Bak şimdi bak. Bak bak. Yükleme sakın. Sakın yükleme. Hay sıçalar içine. Denizciğim öyle efkarlandım ki sigara yaktım. Dur açacağım şimdi. Dondu yala yine. Dondu. Siz kim lan benim bilgisayarıma? Aha. Kırmızı şortlu.
Mr. Samuel Higgs.
He sen kimsin?
Investigative reporter.
He sen kimsin? Gibber.
I'd gladly
Sana mı sorup da geleceğim ben buraya?
that
Göt.
you couldn't leave town. And you are leaving town right
Sen kimsin oğlum?
Hick stereotypes, huh, Joel?
Ne oldu? Tek atarım sana.
Gentlemen,
Tek atarım sana. Kafana sıçarım o.
good old boys another round. Mighty kind of you, Declan.
Suratına sıçarım.
Not worth it, Higgs.
Asıl sen değmezsin. Göt.
Making friends already?
Lale.
Declan, it's been a while.
Hey, careful. I'd rather not be working tonight. And you always seem to angry up everyone's blood.
Ben mi? Senin ağzına sıçayım ben. Gideceğim lan buradan. Şey değilim size. İtler.
I plan to be out of here by morning. Don't want to stay any more than you want me here.
Don't rush out of here on their account, but maybe don't dawdle either. You watch yourself.
Oyalanma değilsin oğlum ya. Resmen değilsin bana git. Oğlum hepiniz şerefsizsiniz. Hepiniz şerefsizsiniz.
I think it's time I go put up a photo at the memorial board. That's what people do, right?
Nerede o? Sen ağzına sıçarım ha. Bana bak bana. Lale. Şerefsiz. Sen bana mı bakıyorsun?
He's owned this bar for almost a decade and still can't afford it.
Ha, bu barın sahibi buymuş. Kıza yardım etmeyecek miydik? Nereye gidiyoruz? Ya ona dedim ki ben gideceğim dedim o. Sen anladın mı?
Sammy, oh, it's been ages.
Kimsin sen teyze?
Sarah?
Oh, me?
Tarak
I've
mı?
had a stomach thing lately, always churning. And this thing with Nick, his car went.
Oyunun sesi var değil mi?
Damn, he burned alive here.
Şu an oyunun sesi var mı?
Have you met Hugh? He took over the old pharmacy just after you left.
No.
The infamous Sam.
Eyvallah.
You wrote on the mine.
Dayı seni bir yerden tanıyorum ama yani.
Work on that.
Ne düşünüyorsun? Çok fazla araştırma gerektirdi. Sen ne düşünüyorsun Hacı Murteza?
You read it. What do you think?
Of the writing? Fine. Fine. Of the reporting? Something that needed to be done. Many medicines are a bitter brew, but you still need to take them.
That's nice of you to say.
Don't hesitate to drop by the pharmacy sometime.
Oh, and Sam, you.
But for now, I have a feeling you're not here for us.
Aynen sizin için burada değilim. Evet.
Gonna be a stranger, Sam.
Seni alakadar etmez teyze. İstediğim boku yerim. Keti. Ney? Ney? Gerçekten yardımcı oluyorlar mı? Neye?
Should I have brought flowers? Do people expect me to?
Ha.
There was no love lost between Kathy and Nick since their divorce. But anyone can see.
Niye ağlıyordu o zaman madem boşanmışlar? Abla sen
Kathy,
kedi. Kedi mi?
Sam, you actually came.
He, Hacı ters takmışsın. Aşağı doğru olması lazım. Ee, Hacı sonuçta bu adam arkadaşımız ya. Başınız sağ olsun diye diyeyim mi? Diyeyim oğlum, öküz müyüm ben? Senin kadar ben de şaşırdım. Gelmeyecektim mi yani? Mi desek ona, yoksa siktir et, ölenin ölünmez. Seni görmek çok güzel mi diyeyim ona? Ölenin ölünmez arkadaşım, seni görmek güzel. Sen ne yaptın he? Bekar mısın? Yalavuz musun mu diyeyim ona? Derler ya, karısı ölen adam cenazede kendine yeni eş bakarmış misali. Onun gibi mi yapalım acaba? Başınız sağ olsun diyeyim oğlum. Biz o adada şerefsiz değiliz. Bak bu Pendragon'da yazmış yani.
I know you two haven't been together for a long time, but I'm still sorry.
We hadn't been close in years, but he was my daughter's father. I'll miss him. Joan was really hurt when you left town. Nick and I were never close after the breakup.
Bu adam şerefsizmiş Pendragon.
Joan's never had a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Maybe don't break her heart this time when you leave town. All right?
Lafta soktun bize. John Nick'in öldürüldüğünü düşünüyor diyelim, demeyelim. Yok yok, demeyelim. Demeyelim. Ne diyeceğiz şimdi? Senin kız geldi dedi ki benim babamı öldürmüşler. O olmaz, mal olur. Sadece elimden geleni yapacağım diyeyim.
Hard to make promises. I don't do well with those in Joan.
I've noticed.
But I'll try.
Sam, I'm gonna hold you to that.
Ya sen hep inansan ne olur, inanmasan ne olur oğlum. Tek tabancayım ben. Götünü elleme. Ne o? Aa. Aa. Aa. Aa. Hafıza sarayı mı? Dur hafıza dur. Saray saray hacı. Hadi. Hadi bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Sherlock Holmes'un hafıza sarayına girdik şu an. Şu an Sherlock'tayız. Döneceğim ben sana, bekle.
You're a lot like Pac-Man, Sam.
I consume everything in my path.
You find every last bite. The mine closing wasn't your fault. Your investigation just hurried things up. You probably saved some lives, you know.
Hi, Dad. Hi, Muley.
You piece of
Language.
O ne kızım?
Is that a wedding ring?
I didn't know you
Seni alakadar etmez, onu bana ver. Şu çocuğa da bir mont alamadınız mı? Çocuk hala aynı montu giyiyor.
like
He?
the right thing to do.
Dad, what's the point?
Çocuğa bir gocuk alamadın mı?
It's just one of those things people do, Bug. Here, you can play.
Someone has to show you grown-ups. Video games are the realm of the young.
Have you talked to Anna?
Video game çocukların işi midir?
That's kind of the point. I'll talk to her about it when I show her the ring.
Kenan bilgisayarı resetledim ya, onu açmadım, uğraşmadım bir daha. Gidiyor musun?
I'm here, right? If you need me,
Eğer gidiyorsan seni çok çok öpüyorum.
anything but my arcade secrets. Those I'll take to the grave.
Sorry we lost touch. Sorry I lost touch. Rest up, big guy.
Kenov'un üzülüşü Nick'eydi. Yatağım geç oldu. Yarın iş mi var? Büyük ihtimal yok.
He was more her best friend than a dad. Wonder who took that picture.
Hiç bilmiyorum hacı, kimin çekti hakkında hiçbir fikrim yok.
We drove straight to the sea after work on a Friday. Hell of a weekend. Bug was so small back then. Happier times. This photo always looked weird. Nick could never keep a straight face.
O zaman çıkalım he mi hacı? Hadi. Ha uykun var, tamam. Tamamdır. Sen kimsin
Guess
lan?
I lost the bet.
Bet?
Bahis? Sen
Yeah,
kimsin?
that bet you'd never come back to Basswood? Not after you went careening out of town like a bat out of hell to instant that
Hacı
article
ben bugün
broke
bak
bad.
burada birini dövmeden çıkmam. Söyleyeyim. Ben bugün burada birini döverim, haberiniz olsun. Ben bu yüzden ayrılmadım ama göt.
That wasn't the reason I left town.
Oh, you think it was that girl of yours? You left because the town hated your guts.
What are you even doing here, Dennis? You and Nick become friends or something?
Nope. He thought I was a drunk, which I am. And I thought he was a hack, which he was.
This coming from the IT guy. Didn't know resetting passwords could give you a journalism degree.
It can. But it does give me less patience for people who sling mud my way.
Ne o? Götüne sokarım onu.
Relax. I'm just playing. At least tell me how you've been.
Yeah, like you'd care.
Not too much. But suit yourself if you want to be like that. Anyway, cheers to Nick. A man that, unlike us, people actually liked. Speaking of which...
Ha geldi Yellos. Adam öldü, şarkı mı söyleyeceğiniz ya? Burnunda sümük var.
As time draws near, my dearest dear, when you and I must part, how little you know of the grief and woe in my poor aching heart. 'Tis but I suffer for your sake. Believe me, dear, that's true.
Ne bakıyorsun? Bakın.
I wish that you were staying here.
Ağlama, sus ağlama, ağlama, dayanamam. Nereye? Tekmen mi oynayacağım? Ne oldu? Artistin kime şu an? La oğlum bırak götümü kenara alayım. Şşş, Hook az bir uza.
Bess always had a soft spot for Nick. I think she liked his work ethic.
That's what crooked promises want you to do. That amount
Pretty
is
courageous of him to try his luck in Basswood, given the state of things.
Çift taraflı masa. O neymiş ya? Selamünaleyküm. Ben kafanızı durup mal kendi kendime konuşacağım. 10 yıldır değiştirilmedi.
That's where Nick and I sat every time he dragged me out for drinks after work.
Bakın buradan. Senin ağacına sıçarım.
Old timers in general already don't like me, and the article just made it worse.
Şununla bir konuşsana. Şununla.
Saying, why don't you drink to Nick on the other side of the bar?
Seni alakadar etmez. İtim bebesi. Hayvan. Tara.
Never known Tara to not take over a conversation.
Teyze sen
So tragic
Huh.
what happened to Nick. The details are horrible. I
he,
think he didn't die on impact. Instead, he roasted.
yanarak ölmüş.
Not enough to damage the bones, but you know, not a pretty sight. Unless you're into that kind of thing, of course. I didn't mean to be rude, Sam.
Yok yok önemli değil. Anlat. Kabalık ettin. Anlat.
It's all right, Tara. I don't like the sight of dead, burned people.
Oh, thank God. I wouldn't want to be rude on a day like this. Poor Sam. Now that Nick is gone, everyone.
Teyze burnunda sümük var.
I mean, I don't. Why would I? It's not my job you destroyed. You're not the cause of all my problems. I mean, that's what you did for pretty much
Oğlum
all
herkes
of
laf
us,
sokuyor bana ya.
not to me. So, I don't hate you.
Teyze hiç kırışığın yok. Helal olsun sana ya.
I'll see you around.
Gerizekalı Tara. Tara saçını. Tövbe estağfurullah ya. Şişe koleksiyonu. Ülkenin her yerinden alkoller. Ethan gösteriş yapmayı sever.
Walter can be overwhelming at times, but he means well.
Yani. Konuş.
So, I had to
Oğlum gülme ağzını yüzünü kırarım senin uşak.
I realize. Ah, Samuel, my favorite ex-muckracker. Join us. Join us.
How was the funeral?
Wasn't there. Setting up for this. Everyone came. Most of the town, it felt like. A sea of sad, wet eyes. I gave the eulogy.
Sağımda ne var abi? Şey var.
He worked for me for years.
Bu odanın kapısı sağ tarafta.
My best reporter. What do you even say about him?
Hemen yan tarafta çocuklar yatıyor. Hemen bu kapının önünde de şey var. Dış kapı. Kendine adamış bir muhabirdi. Takım oyuncusuydu. Takım oyuncusuydu.
He loved people, sharing things, having fun together.
Aynen odanın kapısı gözüküyor.
He didn't even care.
Çok özür diliyorum Deniz Bey. Hemen kapatırım orayı. Gözüksün oğlum ne olacak?
As long as we were playing together.
Hah dış kapı sanıyorum aynen.
Analog. Chess. Go. You two did seem to bond over them, though.
It's the small things. Like he always kept his window down. Said cars made him claustrophobic.
Dış kapı sanıyorum. Bir de saat şimdi bir olmuş ya. Diyorum ki herhalde biri bir yerden duvara mı vuruyor?
Our bets about that safe spot at Pac-Man. He got me one night.
Yeah, got me once too. Can't believe it's real.
Enough about Nicholas. Enough.
Bir hani çok yüksek konuşuyorum da biri duvara mı vuruyor acaba?
Really been.
Yalandan işimiz olmaz. Biz dürüst insanız hacı.
I spend all day doing nothing. I don't even count days. They just blur together. Nick's death barely hit me. It was like a pinprick compared to just everything.
Time heals most wounds. Some it just makes worse. Sounds like you need something to pull you out of your rut.
Well, I think I've taken enough of your gents' time.
Go, mingle, circulate, but you must join us for an actual round later. You must.
Bunun için ölümü garip değil mi hacı?
Oh, Walter, can I ask you something?
Questions are the fountainhead of knowledge.
Nick's crash. Was there anything suspicious about it?
I ask myself the same thing. The very same thing. It did seem odd. Young Nicholas, a careful man in all things, including driving. I looked into it myself. You know what I found?
Ne buldun? Baş.
Tragic accident with nothing amiss. I am both relieved and saddened to say.
Ah,
Life is rarely like a crime thriller, and while I don't mind you asking, some might find it a distasteful conversation at a man's memorial. Especially from you.
I'll keep that in mind.
See that you do, my boy. See that you do.
Git aklı bul da koy kendi kafana ya. Gerizekalı. Lan Declan.
Declan lacks subtlety, but he loves this town like no one else.
Tamam.
So, Sam, how's life been treating you?
Seni alakadar etmez de ben bir şey soracağım sana. Herkes aynı şekilde davranır. Yeterli sanırım. Daha iyi olabilirdi. Herkes aynı şekilde davranır hacı hayat. Davranmaz. Yok o yalan. Yeterli herhalde hacı.
Well enough, I guess. I got a roof over my head. Can't really complain.
Where'd you end up? You ran so fast after the mine closed, no one knew where you went.
Just someplace out of state. Kind of a fresh start.
You staying in town long?
Not really. Why? You think I'm gonna disturb the peace or something?
Wouldn't be your first time. Have a nice evening, Sam.
O rozeti tutar ağzına sokarım seni.
There was no love lost between Kathy and Nick since their divorce. But anyone can see she's taking his
Aşkım ne haber? Niye uyandın baba? Niye uyandın aşkım? He? Ne oldu? Ay uyandın mı sen? Sen çok güzelsin aşkım biliyor musun?
Could you give us a moment, Sam?
Kime teyze bana mı? Ya çık şuradan gerizekalı kadın ya.
You'd think a kid at a bar would stand out more.
Boğazını yerim seni. Kısa boylu müdavimler her zaman daha avantajlıydı. Eskiden
Jenny
annesininmiş.
used to play it almost every night. She stopped after her father's accident.
Bana ne? Günlük güncellendi. Garaj grupları tarafından kullanıldı. Ethan yerel sahneyi desteklemeye çalışıyor. Allah razı olsun Ethan. Bir müzik çalayım mı acaba? Hafıza Sarayı. Hadi bakalım.
Can't believe this whole thing's still working.
Hafıza Sarayı bir Sherlock Holmes'un vardı. Bir de bunda var herhalde. O kim? O kim? Kutunun önündeki kimdi? Kutunun önündeki kimdi? Selamun aleyküm. Evlenmeseydiniz oğlum dost hayatı yaşardınız lan. Tutardın onu metresini yapardın onu ne diyeyim ya. Bak bak hareketlere bak hareket. Ha karının sakalları var. Ne oluyor ki orada şu an? Ne yaşadık orada ya? Nick her zaman yüksek skora sahipti.
Nick and I spent so much money on this machine.
Ne haber lan
It's
şırpıntı?
really been 2 years since I saw her. She hasn't changed a bit.
Ne haber mal? Salak.
Anna?
Gerizekalı bok.
Sam!
Öyle bir şey yok.
Sorry.
O soru tabi.
Old habits.
İt.
Why did it take so long for you to darken my doorstep?
Geri dönmek acıtıyor baby.
I won't lie, it really hurt coming back. I stopped by Lookout Point on the way here.
Sam, why'd you do that to
Seni
yourself?
alakadar etmez.
A desire to open old wounds. The old timers gave me hell when I came in too.
People around here have short tempers.
Ne yapayım?
And long memories.
But most of them mean well. Sam, the mine was gonna close anyways. Maybe in a year or 2, 5, if the Lord has a sense of humor. It was gonna run dry or have an even bigger disaster. It wasn't your fault.
Bunu herkese söyle.
I wish everyone else understood that.
People are scared. Mad. You were easy to blame. When my father lost his legs, nobody knew the mine wasn't following regulations. You were the only one who started asking questions. Whenever people talk about you, he always says, you did the right thing.
Yeah, well, your dad's Joe. He's an oak. Unmoving and annoyingly supportive.
It wasn't just him. Nick thought your piece was great. He was actually jealous. He always wanted to write something that shook the pillars of heaven, as he used to put it. You know, Nick and I had moved in together. Started to get serious.
Sen benim kankamla beraber gariplerle alırlarla. Vay sürtük.
You and Nick started going out? When did this happen?
A few months ago. He never told you? He asked me if I wanted to say something. You two had been so close.
He probably tried. I hadn't been answering his calls.
Az önce kimdi lan orada? Arkadaşının karısına mı bilmem neyine mi yazacağım filan diye. Aa, Yellows.
This was all nice. The funeral, the wake. Walter did a good job. But it all just makes me feel heavy. It makes my heart hurt. Like Nick's memory has been
Aa, Yellows.
carrying him.
Nick öldürüldü mü? Az bir konuş bakayım.
Nick's death. Do you know if he had any enemies? Working on anything dangerous?
Now this is
Arkadaşım bir gider misin?
This is a wake.
I know that.
Do you? This isn't the time to be digging and pushing.
Ya siktir
You
git.
always do this. You always.
Ağzını yumruk.
I get it. You're still you, huh? You'll
Beni
always
sinirlendirme
still
git.
be you, Sam. I hope you never change, but I can't handle this right now. I'm gonna go home. I hate that his stuff is all over my
Ay,
house.
yürü git ya
Drink
gerizekalı
and
bok.
cry all night. You do what you need to do. See you around.
Ya yürü git. Gerizekalı kuru götlü.
Samuel.
He.
Have a round with me.
I need a drink or two. Or 3. And then I'll go.
Tamam içelim gidelim hadi.
It's the guy who got the mind
People
closed.
leave you or they die. That's the only way anything ends.
Ağzını kırarım. Islıklar niye çok konuşma gerizekalı. Şey nerede? Geliyor. Elhamdülillah.
Walter can be overwhelming at times, but he means well.
Sal beni. Hacı geldim. Elhamdülillah.
Nick wasn't drunk, and me, I was drunk as a skunk.
Ah, Samuel.
Eyvallah hep beraber inşallah. Sağ olasın Deniz'ciğim.
And let me get your next round. Maybe Ethan has a suggestion for a worthy spirit?
Spirits? Oh, no. Friends drink beer.
Yes, I suppose that's fitting. To dear Nicholas.
Ne o? Mandalina suyu mu?
You've been coming in a lot lately. Sat right there. With a bad dad joke or two.
With friends, I guess? Maybe Anna.
Well, by himself with his laptop as his date.
He never drank alone.
Laptopuyla.
You two were close, though, right? Tell me about the man outside the bar.
He had a terrible memory. Couldn't remember names, dates, passwords.
Laptopuyla bak. Laptopunu bulmamız lazım.
Like a horde.
2 yıldır konuşmuyorduk biz hacı.
I don't know. I hadn't spoken to him in almost 2 years. I cut this whole town out of my life, and now it's like I'm a stranger.
This place is in your blood. It's like an old glove. You have to give it time. The friend of man, the friend of truth. The friend of age and guide of youth. Few hearts like his with virtue warmed. Few hearts with knowledge so informed.
Hayır, sen içtikçe filozofa bağladın ya.
Bliss. If there is none, he made the best of this.
Burns.
Adam ölmüş. Gidin evinize 2 yaz tutun, bir şey edin. Ne yapıyorsunuz burada ya?
And no, just something I keep on hand for toasts.
Well, it's a good choice. Sorry about that, Sam. I wasn't trying to bring you down.
Zaten moralim bozuk hacı ya.
I'm the one dwelling on these things.
Wakes get sad, very sad. Death and drinking is a heady brew.
Still, I'm showing jealousy for a dead man. Not the best look.
Some would say being honest with yourself is the only way to honor friends. How's the family taking it?
Joan and Kathy seem shaken. Kathy has a lot to deal with, now more than ever. But who can prepare for losing a parent? Not a soul. Not a single soul.
It always seemed so easy for him. Every day he'd show up, smile, no matter what.
Of the qualities in a good man, that one deserves
Geçtiğim şeyle adamın söylediğinin hiç alakası yok.
This isn't a place for self-pity. This is a place for dour reflection.
Yes, and drinking.
İçince para kazanacaksın değil mi şerefsiz?
To Nick, he was my friend. He will be missed, but not forgotten.
Here, here.
Oğlum sen niye olduğun yerde sallanıyorsun ya?
Put that down. Kathy, what's your underage child doing drinking? Do you have no control over her? Anything to lose
I
his
wasn't
license.
doing anything. Don't touch me.
Ne yapıyorsun sen ya?
Leave me alone.
Çocuğu niye ittiriyorsun
You
ya?
guys are all so stupid.
You do not talk to people that way.
Senden mi öğreneceğim gerizekalı bok parçası? Sen giydiğin eteğin tipsizliğine bak.
I'm sorry, everyone. She's just so...
Dayı sen bir şey herkese yaslanıyorsun ama hadi hayırlısı.
That was quite heavy-handed. I hope the little one doesn't take it to heart.
Bir kişi gitmedi mi o çocuğun arkasından?
Declan sure came at her with both barrels. Joan's tough, though. She'll be okay.
Ne oluyor lan? Para? Para?
What a night!
Ya sen gene geldin mi ya?
Ish?
Sen gene geldin mi?
You got to chat with everyone you've been avoiding. Even if Joan got inside your head with her whole dad mystery death thing, just shut up. Coming back to Basswood was your idea.
Bu kim ya?
You're the one in the driver's seat, Sam. I can't make you do anything. Deep down, you've been looking for a reason to come back.
Marpa.
It's gonna be one of those long nights inside your head, huh?
Yani ha.
Hey, I didn't ask for you to be here. To come back.
I couldn't let you miss this. You just showed up. You can't see it now, but the guilt would have eaten you alive. You're back out in the world, feeling emotions, fitting in. That's progress.
Fuck the world. Pointless talking and more talking, and no one says what they mean. Go away. Let me enjoy being miserable.
Just try and make sure you don't do anything stupid. No promises.
Yeter oğlum artık bok iç ya. Yeter ya. Evet sevgili YouTube. Bu bölümün de burada sonuna gelelim arkadaşlar. Bu ikinci bölüm olsun. Derken ne oldu? Tugi 61
abone oldu. Ne güzel oldu.
Tugi 61 9. ay aboneliğini yenilemiş. Teşekkür ediyorum. Sağ olasın canım benim. Derken YouTube dur. Ödeme mi? Teşekkür ediyorum Tugay'cığım.
Okay. What kind of monsters have a checkout at 9? What happened last night? Oh, my head. Pills plus drinking. That was not my best idea. Did I black out or what?
Seni buraya kim getirdi peki?
I can't think straight. Need some water on my face. Clear it up.
Hadi sen yüzünü yıka kendine gel. Biz de sevgili YouTube burada bölümümüze ara verelim. Sizleri seviyorum arkadaşlar. Sağlıcakla kalın. Hoşça kalın. Bye.